Up next, we have another Democrat, surprisingly enough, in Florida's 20th district, Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick. It's a hyphenated name. I think it's Sherfilis McCormick. Um, she was voted into 2020 into the Congress in 2022, and that is significant because it occurred during a special election in Florida after the individual who held her seat had passed unexpectedly. To note, Sheila challenged the previous individual twice, once in 2018 and again in 2020, um, to try and win that seat. Before this, Congresswoman McCormick was a CEO for a company, and before she retired from that company, there was a scandal that occurred where there was an overpayment to that company of approximately $5.7 million. Now, when she left to run for Congresswoman, she ended up reporting a $6 million increase in salary that year. So the overpayment, according to the lawsuit, they're trying to understand how an overpayment of $5.7 million occurred, and then the CEO who retired that year to run for Congress ended up having a $6 million increase. That is suspicious. I didn't bother to look much into what happened, if that is still ongoing, because a lot of these things they take years to determine. So I don't know if this is still ongoing or not, if there was a settlement outside of court, because I found another thing involving money in the misappropriation of funds for another campaign, because apparently the special election that occurred, they were also running for re-election that year anyway, because again, it happens every 2 years. So she was running for re-election again, and there was an ethics committee that was brought after allegations against her campaign for misuse of financial campaign funds. And it seems to be a theme when large sums of money come into play that there's an investigation involved when it comes to her. Now, I don't know how much she's worth, because everything that's going on with her net worth is up in the air because of these investigations. However, she's if all of this were to be resolved and she were to not have to pay anything back or anything, she'd be worth multiple millions. And for me, um, I'm finding it very hard to root for this individual. Again, 2022, right? She's been there for approximately 3 years. There's some individuals who have done quite a bit. In that time, she's only sponsored 27 bills. I don't know why she would want to go from being a CEO of a company to running for Congress, and then the bills she's sponsoring, there aren't very many. Now, I get it. You know, Democrats are supposed to be there for the people. But reading into this individual, I feel as if there's someone else better out there. The things that she's championing, they seem very flat, because a lot of the stuff that she's done, some of it's been introduced, and that's about it. Some of the stuff has not even been introduced, and we're talking about, because you can go on congress.gov and look up her name and see her sponsored bills, and there's literally from 2023, you can look at all actions and refer to a subcommittee, introduced to House, action by House, referred to House committee. And so these things aren't being pushed. I'm not sure if they're not being pushed because she has no sponsors, because some of these bills that she's doing have very few sponsors. I know y'all probably aren't going to like this, um, but I'm gonna have to give her a C minus. because I don't know if I can trust her over someone else, and I feel like she's doing the bare minimum. Could she be dealing with the legality of her ongoing investigations? Probably, but if she's doing that, she can't do her job, and that's just the sad truth. So, come 2026, if things have maintained the same and she has not done anything, I say vote her out and vote in a new Democrat because I don't think she's it.